What's the most ridiculous thing you've heard a parent say when fighting for custody in court? 1. My ex-husband told the court that our two young sons had a new mother and didn't need me anymore. The judge actually did a double take when he processed what he just heard. He asked the ex to explain himself. My ex proceeded to say that he had met a woman and moved her into the house. Therefore she would be their new mother. I got physical custody. The ex got a lecture from the judge about how children never stop needing their parents, regardless of whether they get along with each other. Let me also add that this judge had just gone through a horrendous divorce from the mother of his children, and he'd never even considered the concept of the kids not needing their actual parents. Staying silent during this lecture was sweet vengeance against a man who was exceptionally abusive. 2. My ex-son-in-law took my daughter to court to have his child support payments decreased. The judge asked him why. His exact words were, "Well, Your Honor, I just got remarried, and just bought a new car and a house. I just can't afford it anymore. Paying this is infringing on my lifestyle." The judge looked over the paperwork, and agreed that there had been an error in the amount he was paying. He lowered the child support by $0.25 per month, and hit him with $500 in court costs, and told him that he is responsible for his son's medical care and insurance till he's out of college. He truly ripped him a new one for about a half hour, driving home what a posse he is. 3. 4. A white Australian man was in court. His Maori wife had left him and was seeking to take their 4-year-old daughter back home to New Zealand. He was protesting that he'd never see his daughter if she left Australia and moved countries. The Maori wife had a strong case with his history of DV, his years in prison for attempted murder, and she'd asked the New Zealand government to ask for the return of the child to be raised in her own Maori culture. The judge had that letter of cultural request in his hands as he observed the white Australian father. The judge said, "You have a very long history of violence, and domestic violence. Now your wife wants to leave you and take your child home to New Zealand with her. Tell me why you continually assaulted her?" White Australian man asking for custody replied, "Because the stupid black beach deserved it." And then he laughed. And the judge picked up the letter from the New Zealand government and signed it, giving the Maori wife the freedom to take her child back to New Zealand and the safety of her family. 5. My ex. He actually tried to get full custody of our daughters. One was almost 18 and one was almost 16. He shared an apartment with 5 other men all in their 40s. The only space my ex had that was his own was his bedroom. Living room, kitchen, bathroom was all shared space. He thought that by getting custody he would get child support and alimony from me. I however had an apartment for just me and the kids. They each had their own rooms and no one else lived with us. He tried asking the court for a home study to decide who the kids should live with. My daughter spoke with my lawyer, who in turn spoke with his lawyer. His lawyer finally convinced him it wouldn't go well to pursue them.